the global podcast mentor tournament. We are halfway through the Swiss round of this tournament, and we have a race between ARabidWombat and derdasch. My name is TwoCPlus, and joining me for comms is the one and only Brave that is Scottish. What's up, Brave?
Hello, 2C+. That was an introduction, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys are excited about this one. We got two really good runners here, 2-1 so far in the Swiss round. So that is definitely going to be exciting. And week 4, we have a mode that is a little bit familiar, I would say, to a lot of runners. Good old open.
A favourite mode, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. As you guys can see, for the mentor tournament, for those who are not familiar, during the duration of like the Swiss round, the runners will have a mentor joining them in the voice call, so that will help them, give them a little bit of tips with routing, or maybe reminders for safeties and such. So that is definitely a really cool part about this experience.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really exciting race. 2 runners sitting at 2-1. I think it's actually going to be a fabulous race to be watching.
What is some of like the cool stuff that we can see like early on in open? What do you think?
I'm quite interested to see kind of opening routes from both runners. So myself, I'm a Sank starter and head to CAC. But you have variations. You've got, a link house up to Uncle, link house over to Saha. So yeah, I'm very interested to see which opening route each racer takes today.
We'll find out soon enough, as the runners are just starting. We do see a Sangstar from both of them getting the map for the castle tower, for the Hyrule Castle, sorry. Nothing super exciting.
Eastern, Red Crystal Desert, and Green Pendant Hera.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think for me, the only kind of problematic route here is finding bombs.
Yeah, for sure. Bombs in the early game are definitely a huge priority. As you guys can see, triples, bush grabs, those kind of things right before we get into the really easy checks to get are a really important thing.
Red Rupee Crab is very nice.
Very nice indeed, and Wombat unfortunately had like a bush crab stuck behind the tree.
No! We all know these crabs can be finicky.
Lumberjack tree, nothing there. So that means that we're not going to do Aghanim, right, Brave?
That's what everybody hopes. I don't know. Is it good to have an item up there that you need, or is it bad because you can sit there and sway? Maybe I do Aga a bit early without maybe doing all the checks. Whereas if there's an item on there, it's like, okay, definitely. As soon as I've got options, I'm going.
For sure, it's definitely a tricky thing, especially when you get like a lamp early on. But right now we got a glove, one of the 3 major items to get Dark World access.
Put themselves in a really good position as well for money, able to buy bombs and grab the bottle vendor as well.
Yeah, and with that glove, you can walk towards CAC and farm a few bombs. There's like this 50/50 rock right outside the fortune shop. So you don't even have to buy the bombs immediately. You like maybe 1 or 2 bombs here.
I think derdasch is going to be farming for some here, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
the
Wombat
50/50s. Yeah, 50/50s are not that kind. 1 out of 3 so far.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Wombat's just going to go and buy bombs, because you can farm rupees in the back of Blind's Hut and Cackwell as well.
Yeah, for sure. And Dash's mind is that you can take care of like Blind's Head and the well right away. Then if you need to buy more bombs, you can just like buy them and have more for the South Shore and stuff.
Wombat sorted, there's a nice 50 rupees in the back of the tavern.
A good refill, that is for sure.
Nice. Essentially free bombs, and you can't complain with free.
Yep, that is correct. Blind's Head having nothing so far. I mean, there's a shield. Some people value the shields a lot, especially those tier 3 shields.
Oh, I'm not a fan of the shields at all, but it can provide an extra safety as well. Nice, a hook shot on Bottle Merchant.
And a very cool flute in the well. If you don't have boots early on, hookshot is definitely your friend for movement. There's like a little few corners that you can hookshot across,
Oh,
and you're like
definitely.
done.
But with hookshot and flute, now we have mountain access.
And I also saw a sword, the swingy. Interesting. Uh, that can definitely help you, maneuver and like kill some enemies. Like,
Mhm.
but even though we have the hook shot, maybe you can like check stun prices or something along those lines. You can kill things instead of
I
just stun.
Instead of avoid them, you can just kill them. That also helps, if needs be as well, to maybe get the uncle up the mountain as well. Just provides a bit of security for maybe manoeuvring through some dark rooms.
Yeah, that is correct. Definitely one of the most important tools I would say for navigation in the dark rooms. Having that flashing light at the tip of the sword.
Definitely, yeah. Kind of interested to see where these runners go now as well, because the mountain offers up a lot of checks, but we do have South Shore, Saha, and the whole of Escape as well, including the sewers available.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if both of them choose to do South Shore. Those are like the easy checks that you usually do no matter what. Mountain, you could chain it with Hera maybe if you get a hammer. You have like these options and maybe delay Harukasu potentially together with Aga. Even though probably
Potentially.
don't want that. Yeah.
Well, do you think we'll see Hera with it being wow, a moon pearl on the library?
That is an incredible item on the library. That means that we're gonna get boots.
Early boots, please.
Yeah, unless like the chain for that for those boots is like ridiculous. We have the flute and a glove already. All we need is like mitts and mirror, and then we can have all sorts of craziness.
Nice hook clips from both runners as well.
Yeah, so surprisingly not a easy trick to execute.
No, definitely still spam the Y button to make sure that I hit it. Burn is a very nice safety to have. A bit laggy, but very nice.
It's the one invisibility item from the two that damages the blind. So you know what? We'll take it.
Absolutely. I think even experienced runners sitting, know the blind script back and forth will still sit with burner ready for things to go wrong.
Yeah, it only takes like one slip up, and then it's like, oh, I just took 4 hearts of damage out of nowhere.
Yeah. Especially in Greenmail, blind can be so rude, especially when you've got two heads flying around shooting at you. There we go, Boots
Hey,
and Mini Moldorm.
yeah, really, really amazing boots there. Uh, so yeah, we're definitely gonna see that Moon Pearl being acquired. A little bit of a difference here. Dash is gonna go to Sanctuary and check the Bone Crocs before going to get that Moon Pearl, whereas Wombat's gonna straight up do a nice water walk from Ice Short Cave.
They do have Zora money.
Yeah, unless they just want to do Ice Short Cave, they're not forced to do the water walk, of course, but it is a pretty common thing to do, I would say.
Yeah. Yep, I think Wombat's setting up for it here. And we're going to get the sewers as well from derdasch.
Since we've already seen the map, we would not like to see the key here, because that means the Dark Cross has an item. And navigating the Dark Cross from like the back here can be a little bit tricky.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer to go from the front myself. I think the main problem going from the back is that key rat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Half magic and another nice safety in Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, you can basically have that burn up throughout like a whole dungeon without half magic. You will never run out of it.
Just keep running everywhere. Very nice.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of lag, but you know what? Whatever.
I bet so we didn't see the Zora ledge. Heart container. Okay, Zora, are you going to scam us today?
Yeah. So while this, the water walk specifically is out of logic, Zora is in logic with a glove. So while we can do some other stuff, out of logic stuff with waterfall and such, we do get rid of like that logical check of Zora. Um, so yeah, that water walk in that situation is definitely really really helpful because we can
Yeah.
dash all the way to Zora.
Yeah, and half magic. It's just nice to have picked up, but as per usual, Zora does scam. Takes all your money, gives you 20 rupees in return, sends you on your way.
Yeah, and it is mentioned in chat that we didn't get to see the Zora Ledge item, but the good thing about having a mentor, in the voice calls is that you can have that reminder, oh, don't forget to check the Zora Ledge, and then Wombat went back to check that out. So those little things uh, for the first weeks of Swiss round during this tournament is going to be super nice.
Oh, definitely. It's absolutely fantastic just to have someone in your ear giving you a hand for the first few.
And one thing to mention here, Dash picked up the Moon Pearl first, and for this specific reason, to do fake flipper from a hobo and get the water walk state out of the waterfall fairy because you need the Moon Pearl for that. So Dash wanted to do like that one extra out of logic check with hobo.
We're seeing the front of escape play from Wombat. Unfortunately, nothing much exciting there. Although I think it's a good play to be doing this slightly early if you're going to go in and do this without the mirror. Because you can get a death warp just that little bit faster.
Yeah, absolutely. If like you keep delaying, and then eventually you end up with red mail and 12 hearts, you're like, now do I really want to do escape?
Yeah, that could be just this huge deciding factor. Do I really want to be standing here for a good 3 minutes until something is strong enough to kill me? But fingers crossed we don't see a smoky in the front here, and then we can just leave Dark Cross alone.
Yeah, from what I understand, there is not gonna be a smoky. If I'm not mistaken, the smoky is on the Dark Cross now, because the next
Nice.
two chests cannot have the smoky, as far as I remember.
I
So
very
we're
much
gonna
hope
get
you're correct then.
items. Yeah. All right, where is Dash gonna head to? We got the flute, we got the hookshot. You mentioned dense location being the mountain. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see that from them.
Yep, putting away. is the mountain play?
Yeah, and this dark room is probably the most important one to learn if you're just starting the game.
Absolutely,
Well,
yeah.
there are like a few really important ones to be honest, but this is something that you are gonna do a lot of times. So yeah, being familiar with this one is definitely up there in priority.
Absolutely nothing in the front of escape either. Bombs, bombs, and a heart piece. I think this is going to be a Saha play from Wombat.
Yeah, most likely.
Yep, with a little peek at what's on the island. More bombs.
I know the guards.
Oh, you snitched on. Oh yeah, Wombat hasn't picked up the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, it's one of those things before you go up the mountain, you would like to have that Moon Pro just in case you get the mids and you would like to do more stuff up the mountain. You don't want to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot to get the Moon Pro. And now I got the mids and I cannot do anything about.
What do you expect
You,
that we will find up this mountain? Are you hoping for mitts, or are you hoping for perhaps hammer, or maybe a slightly nicer entry for Dark World?
Hammer is definitely the best item for like Dark World access, I'd say. Mids is like a really annoying one. But
Yeah,
for purposes of like learning and stuff, I would say mids here. Yep, nice. It's a really good item. It will make things a little bit tricky with routing.
I like mitts for entry into Vu. I like hammer for entry, uh, going from like South Shore Dark World entry.
Yeah.
But as you say, yeah, mitts makes kind of Dark World routing just a little bit more complicated.
Oh well, how about we get both?
Or yeah, we could just get both. Yeah, why not both?
And just have all the options in the world.
What a nice seed so far.
Yeah, we also get like another sword upgrade. Sword. Very nice indeed.
I think Wombat's choosing to skip the Spec Rock Cave check for now. But you could pair that kind of after a Herodit, perhaps. But then, do you think that we will see Hera now that we have Dark World access?
Most likely not. It is a green pendant, so and it's a really quick dungeon to do. However, you know, doing another mountain to climb is a little bit on the annoying side.
Yeah.
At least for Dash's perspective, because like Dash skipped going to Hera immediately. Once you do like the bomb jump, you could choose to do Hera first.
We have Pendant Ice, Pendant Skullwoods, and Red Crystal Mire.
Yeah, so we are basically going to need every single item in the game. Well, probably not a medallion or two, but
Yeah,
both
one can
rods,
only hope.
yeah,
You can
both
hope for one
rods,
medallion for both
flippers,
dungeons. Oh yeah,
yeah, everything. We're gonna need a lot of
absolutely
items.
everything. Although I do say I must like having the Crystal Thieves Town, for especially going into Vu for the first time
Oh yeah,
with
absolutely.
Burner. That'll be quite a nice dungeon for them to knock off 4 items. So hopefully some progression in there as well.
Hmm. Got Bombos for Turtle Rock.
The best medallion. That's good.
The animation is a little bit big, but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not from kind of racing perspective. It's probably not the best. It's just it happens to be a personal favorite.
And the
Wow.
fire. Wow, this mountain is stacked. There's so many things. You have like so many options now. You can clear basically, well, three crystals. I was gonna say so many crystals.
There was a bow somewhere. Did I miss a bow?
Yeah, it was a super bunny cave.
Oh my goodness, I missed that completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got potentially as well. We could have Eastern and Pod.
Yeah. That is the most likely scenario for the runs, even though you could delay it a little bit, go into like Thieves Town, pray to get like a mirror, so you can chain Pod and Easton together.
Yeah, I'm also thinking perhaps a lamp, depending on how comfortable the runners are with the Dark Turtle room in Pod. If you can get through and hit one of the torches with the fire rod, you're kind of sorted.
Yeah, you're not wrong though. The lamp is definitely a really great item for both of those. I would say from what I've seen from both of these runners, that they are profitable if they have the fire off.
Yeah, yeah, I'm quite
It will
inclined
be
to agree there.
probably the maze might be a little bit more on the difficult side.
For maze, personally, for me, definitely requires a hammer jump and walking up from the bottom.
Yeah, same actually. I don't know how people do it from the top there. Crazy.
The seed is just given more and more every time. A nice temper sword out of King's Tomb.
So yeah, the mirror I assume is like the next big item. Uh, actually, we have so many options. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, if you can get a Samaria, then there's the option of Mire. Assume it in a medallion. Um, yeah, Flippers and Mirror gives us Swamp. I do
Big,
like Derdash's option here is clearing Village of Outcasts. Maybe hoping, yeah, either perhaps for both Mirror and Lamp, just to make
yeah,
both Eastern and Pod a little bit easier.
yeah. Even like a heart, some kind of like safety, a mail upgrade, something along those lines.
Definitely.
Uh, it would be great because as we mentioned, Birna can help you out in a little bit laggy, but a nice safety for sure.
Definitely.
Let's see if we're gonna have a divergence here or not. And we do.
Ooh. This is thought it was going to be a pod play, but yeah, I think this is. You could do pod first and hope for a mirror in there. But Eastern, you can go in, finish that, flip back to 5, hit the portal, and hit pod from there.
Yeah, exactly. You have the flute. No reason to take like a big risk going to pod without a mirror. And who
Yeah,
knows, maybe you can get the mirror here that can help you in the clearing the Palace of Darkness.
yeah. I think mirror, whilst not necessary, is definitely a nice item to have for clearing out pod.
Yeah, if the key layout in the front is a little bit on the weird side, I would say that the mirror can save you, I don't know, like 20 seconds maybe. If it's like, super, super weird key layout.
I know I'm definitely heavy reliant on the mirror myself when I'm in there.
For a lot of like new runners, I would say this set of rooms is like the hardest in Thieves Down with Green Mail. One accidental hit by You know, those green enemies. Those 2 hearts of damage. You definitely don't want to get hit by those.
No, definitely not. Temper Sword kind of makes it very nice just to do a quick dash, laugh at them as you walk past.
Exactly. So yeah, what do you think we're gonna see from Dash's side? Is it gonna be South Darkhold stuff into Hype Cave? Maybe grab the Smith? Do you want to do that without the mirror? Probably.
You do have the option with the flute just to make that a little bit faster. So, I don't know, again, we have options. We could maybe grab the Smith, do the South checks, flute back, hand in the Smith, and then with Mitts especially, maybe take that into a little Skull Wood step. Skullwood's Skullwood's been a pendant. I don't think you want to clear it at this point. Or perhaps Village of Outcasts, maybe a quick Skullwood step. And then you do have the option then of safe quitting, starting at Link's house and doing the South checks from there.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely have options. But I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a Smith grab, but I don't think we'll be taking it all the way to Purple Chest right now. A nice blind fight from derdasch for a single rupee. That's all your efforts were worth, a single rupee.
Yeah. I was about to say it was definitely a really good attempt with the script there. Those last few hits in phase 3 can be a little bit tricky, but yeah, luckily we do have the Cane of Birna, so well done. We got crystal number 1 on the board. Wombat is gonna join soon. Yeah, so I agree with a lot of these options that you said. Like, everything sounds pretty nice, honestly. Personally, I would like a Mire check. You can do Mire set and even check the medallion for Misery Mire. Nice and quick, you know.
Yeah. It's good knowledge to have as well. We've already got knowledge of what Turtle Rock requires.
Nicely done for Wombat. Had a little bit of an issue with one of the armors nice, but the rest was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was a really, really good attempt there. It can definitely take a few tries to get used to that fight. But nothing out of Eastern either. So nothing from Thievestown, nothing from Eastern.
Yeah, Danka is disappointed that both of these runners are missing progression in Skullwoods.
How you can't escape Dunkel Woods, no.
Hey, wow.
Wow, Saha hiding the goods.
Everyone loves Lamp.
I was going to say, do you love Lamp?
It's so good.
It's fantastic to get that comfortable with dark rooms that you don't need the lamp, but you're not going to complain when you get that lamp.
We also got a good frog sandals from Saya's Closet too.
Sandals indeed. We're one step away from Swamp Entry. I can't believe I nearly forgot the name. It's my favourite dungeon. Samaria on Stumpy.
Yeah, just 3 items to be in go mode, assuming that Mire needs bombos, and it's always going to be bombos because it's convenient for us.
Absolutely. We don't even need to look. It's definitely going to be bombos required for Mire. I think definitely the lamp pink up is extremely good for Wombat going into pod here. It's just going to make Dark Maze, the Dark Basements, everything just so much easier. Johnny Two Bombs having the bombos.
Very nice. Getting some nice hearts too from Johnny. Yeah,
So
from
now,
yeah, from Dash's. Yeah, what do you think he's gonna do, Dash?
I think we might actually see a skull wood step here. If he's handing in the smith and he's perhaps in the area already, although I think we're either going to see maybe a skull wood step or perhaps your idea of going to the Mire area, getting some information there.
Yeah, for sure. We might also see like the Eastern Palace stuff. Both of these runners probably heading towards the Crystal Dungeons, so we might see some like some paths being connected. I would say.
A, B, C, D.
Exactly. Always do the dungeons.
Although I must say now, what medallion is required for Mire? I need to know this now. I need to know.
Yeah, and if it's Bombos, Dash can actually clear it with a Sumire from Stumpy.
Definitely, but do you think would you do that at this stage?
I mean, I would do it. I don't know if Dash wants to do it.
We are seeing the Mire area from Dash at the moment, and it is very quick. Was that Ether?
I do believe it was Ether, so that is...
No.
It's sad.
We could have key under the doormat. We do not. That's sad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we do get an ice rod. I believe that was in Thieves Town. Someone mentioned it in chat. I completely missed the ice rod.
I missed it as well. Okay, so Thieves Town was not empty. That kind of negates my next question. I was going to ask if we don't have an ice rod before going into Turtle Rock, do we take the risk of ice rod being in there? But never mind, Thieves Town has the answer for us. So
yeah,
we do have the option of Turtle Rock now as well.
We do indeed. A little bit of a tougher dungeon, I would say, with green mail and this amount of hearts, no lamp. That maze at the back of Turtle Rock can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't hate this decision from Dash to go towards Pod and Eastern area.
Definitely not. Dash taking the risk though. Well, risk/chance of Mirror being in Pod. If it is, that works out so well for him.
Yeah, a little bit on the unlucky side, I would say, because the lamp was right there on the Saha's closet. And it would have made Dash's life a little bit easier for Palace of Darkness. But it is what it is.
Yeah, Wombat going to be saving just a little bit of time, being able to clear those dark rooms a bit easier.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised the Palace of Darkness... Well, am I surprised the Palace of Darkness doesn't have anything? Not really, but...
It either has everything or nothing.
Yeah.
What? Now that you've said that, we're going to go into Dark Basement now, though, and I'm ready. There's going to be... Oh, let's see. Blue Mail and Mirror. Okay, that's maybe just one of those things. Absolutely nothing of what I've asked for. That's fine. Pod living up to its reputation of having nothing.
I believe there's like one more chance. Come on, Pod, redeem yourself.
Pod. Validate yourself. No. Okay. Although I must say I haven't been keeping track. I'm not sure if there's an item on Helma here or not.
Yeah, I did not pay any attention to the map and compasses.
Let's just say there is, and we can keep our hopes alive.
Exactly. We'll have like a drum roll ready as well, and then it's going to be the map, just like
it will be.
Disappointed.
Although that's just a thing there, is derdasch will be able to save a little bit of time in the room that Wombat's just done, having picked up Samaria from Stumpy.
Or you don't like dragging that statue going
No,
like super slow?
no, my arms are so toned right now. There's no need for me to do any exercise for that. Absolutely not. Although if we're talking about dragon statues, I will definitely take that statue over the one in Skullwoods any day.
Oh yeah, that is awful.
It wouldn't
Too
be
bad
that bad.
Skip the ether there.
Don't say that. They'll never. Duncan will find them.
Yeah, nicely done. And we see a little bit of a difference here with routing. Personally, this is something I like to do. You know, when you have the big key in the front, just go ahead and beat the boss first. Then you can go to the back, because you can make some decisions regarding being a little bit more aggressive or not. From Wombat side, I would say that was pretty good that they cleared, because they can get more safeties and such. Dash is like somewhat close to go mode, so you could make that risky play of skipping the back of pod.
Don't think I'd ever be brave enough to do that, in all honesty.
But it's right there in your name.
The name is a lie.
Oh no.
I've been outed. No.
We learn all the sad truths in video games or video game related stuff. The cake is a lie, the name is a lie.
The book is a lie.
Oh man. Yeah. Right. Helma's mask is down. Just need 8 arrows, 4 hammer hits, 8 Master Sword slashes, or 4 Master Sword spins. All sorts of different ways to beat Helma. And we're gonna get, drumroll.
The map, you were correct.
Oh wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't mind us. We're definitely paying attention to the item count here.
Oh no. Okay, well, we'll have to hype up something else and follow through. We need to deliver on the next hype.
Next hype is Skullwoods, I would say. Somewhere that potentially Wombat is going to head towards too.
Potentially, yeah, but that is the second crystal on the board for Wombat as well. derdasch getting their third.
Oh, that's the second as well. I believe, yeah, Dash hasn't done Eastern.
So, do you know what it was? I was looking at Eastern. You're correct,
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, before Skullwoods, I like this specific routing from Wombat side. Having like the hammer, as you said, using this portal from the south of, Link's house.
Yeah, but this is
Having
definitely
the
my
myths
own
as well.
Yeah,
you
you
have
can
the
just
myths
walk
as well. Exactly, yeah.
I think that's what we'll see now, is just a bit of crossover now, doing each other's routes. Just to answer a question in chat of head hype. I think at this point, just the mirror is the only thing that could really be stopping us.
That and Ether, I believe.
And Ether.
Yeah.
But we don't wish for PED, do we, Tusi? We wish for only good things.
Yeah.
That you did not sound. You were not sounding convinced there. You did not sound very convincing at all.
I want to be honest with you. Just like the dungeons, the pendant dungeons that we have here are kind of nice. I like them. We have a nice quick Skullwoods, Hera, and a nice Ice Palace with some Aria on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bad. The only kind of, it's not even that particularly problematic, it's just long, is getting back to Hera without that mirror.
Yeah, that is true. The best time for them to do it was when they were done with Paradox. They're having like so many things open. It's just a really tough decision to make to go back there.
I don't blame either of them for leaving, really. It's when you get Hammer and Mitts, everything on the map just lights up green. The last thing you really want to be doing is spending time in a pendant dungeon you perhaps don't need to.
Yeah, exactly. And we are seeing Dash going through the maze. Well, we don't actually see it. We see just like a flashing sword.
I think they're through.
Yeah.
An excellent dark maze, and I believe that was from the top as well.
Yeah.
So I am a little bit jealous of how well that went. I clearly need mentoring from derdasch myself.
I mean, you know who the mentor was. It was your teammate, Mike. Maybe Mike can help you out with that.
Mike only knows stats, you know. He can tell me how fast I am doing it.
Yeah.
All stats, no feelings.
Alright. Just some clearing here. Village Farkas and Eastern Palace.
I do wonder when
from Dash's side when they see like flippers and the lamp being on Saha's closet after Eastern Palace. They're gonna be like, well, that was gonna be useful earlier.
Yeah. I mean, they did actually complete both three dark rooms extremely well, but I think it will be just a little bit feels bad when they see that lamp and think that it could have had just a little bit of an easier time with it, but they did do extremely well with the dark rooms.
One thing I would say that is actually pretty cool for Dash, like after this Eastern Palace, is the ability to go towards Turtle Rock. You know, having the lamp is going to be a little bit easier now with the lamp. You have like 10% too, so and half magic. It's like a clearable crystal dungeon that you can do. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see that from them.
Yeah, they do have two bottles as well, and derdasch does have enough money to fill both up with a nice blue if they choose to. I think they have. I know they have at least one red.
Yeah, that is correct. That was somewhere that red. Maybe like Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll say somewhere around there. Smith had a full heart, but I think it's kind of round about that time, round about that area.
Yeah.
I do think we'll see a Skull Woods dip perhaps from Wombat here because of their route.
Yep. It's a really likely scenario indeed.
Mirrorless Smith Chain is one of us. Yeah, they were correct. Ice Rod was in Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock Thieves Town. I know which dungeon we're in. Do you know which dungeon we're into?
Yeah, Thieves Rock.
Excellent, cool. I'm glad. I thought I'd got myself confused there. Do wonder though, are we going to see the Turtle Rock dip from derdasch after? It's a good play. It's definitely a good play.
Yeah, I do believe we'll see something like that. Either that or Ice Palace, but yeah, TR is probably the most likely scenario.
Now, if we do see the TR play, what are you hoping that we find in there?
I would say Ether is a little bit better. Because the mirror unlocks a lot of stuff. And you don't want that.
True. Swamp Palace is... I would say Swamp Palace is probably the nicest one to have the ability to just go mode.
Yeah, exactly that. And with Ether, you only unlock Mire. So, you can then go to all the other remaining options that you have, which are not that many, to find like the mirror. A little bit scared there for Wombat, but they managed to go through that room nicely.
It's so nerve-wracking being in there on 2 hearts and green mail. It's one hit is all it's going to take.
Yeah, and I believe they have not gotten that sword from King's Tomb. Or was it like somewhere else?
Yeah, I do wonder when they're kind of going to go back to that, because it's... If you do a Sank start, you've got the ability to go, then it's a relatively quick check, but you could also maybe perhaps be wanting to leave it until you maybe do get the mirror and chain it with, say, Graveyard Ledge, so that's not an isolated check. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, the longer Wombat leaves it, the more that gives derdasch the sword advantage. And especially if you're going to be going in and fighting Vitreous, Tempered Sword is much, much nicer to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We do have like the Birna, and we can do stuff with the Birna, but like the lag in that fight is a little bit annoying.
Oh, definitely.
Surprisingly, not as bad as I thought. I did like recently, and it was like pretty okay, I'd say. But yeah, still laggy.
Yeah. Although, I mean, if the game wants to give us silvers and we can just walk in, do a nice quick kill, then that's also very nice. Take that.
Yeah, it would definitely be appreciated having that nice safety.
derdasch picking up the flippers and their lamp. I think that if we get the opportunity to ask after, I would like to ask derdasch how they feel about that lamp.
Yeah.
Please
There
tell
are
me
quite a
still
lot of times. There are like quite a lot of times, I would say, that doing that Saha check early on is not a bad idea. Just for like cases like that. You know, right before you go to the mountain in the early stages, just go ahead and do those 3 checks.
Yeah, it's nice to chain it with, if you can do Pod and Eastern with the mirror, or do Eastern and then go in, it's just nice to chain it, but sometimes, yeah, he just sits there and has a couple of very, very nice items for you. It just makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're right. I think we perhaps are seeing the Turtle Rock play here from Dash.
Yeah,
Wombat getting unfortunate.
Nice. I think we're going to see the same play here for both of the runners. Same quit spot here for Wombat. Go straight into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised about maybe skipping the front of Skullwood, but you can spend a few minutes in there and possibly leave with no items as well.
It is quite a big time investment. There are like so many small keys there. Just,
three small keys.
Yeah, exactly.
I only learned that after starting Key Sanity, and I was shocked that Skullwood logically requires 3 small keys.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There are like a lot of doors that, they don't lead to anywhere in as well. Such a weird dungeon.
It is one key is all you really need to just full clear the whole thing, but yeah, there's definitely there's a door that I had never walked through until I did a pot sanity seed. You just walk through. I think there's about 10 pots in the back. It's one that you just never ever check.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely seeing the same play. Wombat
Small
not
difference
so far
with Kit. The sword.
Yeah, that sword is going to make Trinex much, much easier for derdasch. It's not so bad with half magic, especially for the Ice Edge, you can just spam fire rod shots. But I think the difference is it's 5 hits with a tempered and 10 with a master sword.
Yeah, something like that. The best way to go on about that fight is starting with the fire head and doing like hammer hits. Using Ice Rod and then 5 hammer hits to take down that head. If you're not super familiar with it, it can be super tricky.
Yeah, especially going in with still green mail as well. Perhaps might go with a safer strat of doing sword slashes. It can be a little bit scary getting that close to him.
Exactly, getting way too close. 1 hit, I think, is like 4 hearts of damage, so it definitely hurts. But luckily, they do have the red potion that they got apparently for Mire Shed, from what I saw. And they just got the powder from Change Homes.
Very nice. Does open an additional check as well. Could be incorporated for both back into for derdasch half a smith chain, and I don't think Wombat's touched a smith chain at all.
Yeah, and it's a nice quick check you can do with a flute, at least. Maybe before you could proceed with like a bigger chain of things. You know, usually want to go towards where there are like a lot of items. So, Ice Palace, if Turtle Rock doesn't have anything, is a really likely scenario.
It could be a very quick dungeon as well. If both runners are comfortable doing Icebreaker, we could see just very quick dip. Fortunately,
Yeah,
vanilla
try to-
big key.
Oh, really? It was vanilla here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
Wow.
vanilla big key. That is it's not nice. It's not. It's. I mean, I think both runners would be full clearing regardless anyway. But you do like to. You do like to see it a bit earlier than that normally.
Yeah. So what is
800.
interesting here is Mimic Cave is going to be super isolated.
Oh yes. Very, very much hoping that you never have to come back for that.
Yeah, we only need ether in there. Like the ether will be like the absolute horrible item for Mimic Cave. If we do get the mirror in Turtle Rock, you can just like mirror immediately and just go check Mimic Cave. But of course, that applies that you get the mirror on Laser Bridge.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you get the mirror and laser bridge, would you mirror back to the start and make your way through again, or finish try next and just make your way there from the front?
Oh, mirror and start from the middle point, because you start from the middle point. They got the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just mirror, I would say.
And having burn and half magic as well just makes this laser bridge an absolute breeze. If it was to have an item, it'd be even nicer. No.
Oh, very
Wow. Ether on the last check. That is what you wanted?
nice. Yeah.
Here we go. We've discovered it now. 2C secretly controls the seed.
I don't know. I just really like jet stuff.
I like jet stuff when I also find the jet.
Yeah.
There's many seeds. Oh, total jet seed, and I must have lost my ticket or something, but I missed it.
Trying to take a look at like the 5-6 crystals that we have. Yeah, we cannot really clear desert to get like a pyramid access. So, ooh, Dice has a little bit of an issue here with Trinix.
Yeah, I think he's in one hit KO territory. I think Trinex himself still does 4 hearts.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh, taking a safety red.
Yep.
Yeah, completely
Also,
understandable.
Yeah,
The slowest thing you can do is die.
Exactly, and you know, Dash has 1 blue potion as well. So, you know, they can rely on that safety for later on.
Bundle of sticks for your efforts on Trinex. Well, we got the ether. We got what we came for.
Off to yet another crystal dungeon. Probably.
Well, here's
Yeah.
we do have the thing of Mire only does have 2 items.
Yeah, and if it's cats in chest, you skip it.
Again, it's a chest that I can never skip. But if we don't get what we're looking for in Mire, what have we got? We've got Ice Palace available, Hera, and Skullwoods, and overworld wise we've got Smith Chain. I don't think anybody's checked Pyramid Ledge or Catfish.
As they should.
As
Like,
they
as
should.
they should. Yeah.
Catfish should just always be left alone. Wombat is going for the hammer strats on Trinex as well. Takes down the Firehead.
Okay, very nice. This destroying the ice head can be a little bit tricky.
It's kind of nice in a way because the fire rod does do damage as you hit it. Oh, taking a nasty hit on the ice.
Very good hit. Needs one more.
I'm very tense. Oh, goodness me.
Well played.
Very well played, Wombat.
Didn't even use a potion, so that was definitely really nice.
He did give me a small heart attack watching that fight there. Those were some closer brushes. But absolutely brilliant fight. Saves a potion as well. Got derdasch and Mire now, nothing so far. Don't particularly like Mire myself. Such a very, very long dungeon, only for two items out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when you have that choice of like a 50-50 between cutscene and the boss, and then the boss doesn't have an item. It's like, do I go back in? It can be a lot of tricky situations for this dungeon.
Well,
and I would also say that having green mail is kind of tricky for the runners, even if they have like 11 hearts for Dash's perspective and 10 for Wombat. It's not an easy thing for those late game dungeons.
Definitely not as, especially in Mire, especially with these bomb slugs, just a couple of bad hits and that cannot be all it takes.
Yeah, that bomb slug deals 4 hearts of damage with the green nail.
Goodness. Yeah, you definitely just take it a bit easy. We are seeing the cutscene chest.
For those who are not familiar with this, potentially some mentees also watching the restream, there was a key in the compass chest in Mire. So that means that the big key is guaranteed on this cutscene chest. And that is the reason we see Dash and soon Wombat gonna be doing that immediately.
I believe this, we might see maybe a little Mire stair clip here from derdasch.
It's a pretty tricky thing to get, that rail clip. I'm not sure if Dash has practiced it, but I'm interested to see if he's going to attempt it or not. Nice, I like the Samaria block there, blocking the snake.
Nice, very nice clip.
Very nice indeed.
That fire snake can just ruin. You can be sitting there. I need to grab this, and that fire snake can just ruin your whole day.
For sure.
Mire's definitely holding out on us now.
I was definitely waiting for the mirror right there, but then I realized that we didn't have the smoky. Actually, yeah, the smoky could be on Vidi. It was a 50-50. But yeah, the timing would have been really nice. Saying that Mire doesn't have anything.
Mire doesn't have anything. Here's a mirror. I totally recant everything that I've just said.
Yeah, go mode, swamp, dungeon, and desert palace, potentially, for both of these runners. The only way that, we will have to do desert palace is with a book. And that, like, opens up more stuff, like the Pyramid Ferry as well.
It also opens up everybody else's favourite check. You can go and see what Ped has.
Yeah, we could see that. It's honestly not a bad thing to check, I would say, because it is a possibility. And a lot of times when you just go into these pendant dungeons, you gotta be thinking, do I just do the boss or not? So by having that knowledge for Ped, you can just ignore the boss immediately.
Yeah, I think if we see book before possibly any required pendant dungeon dips are required, I think we will see a Ped check. Just like you say, just for that knowledge. If you go into ice, get all 3 items, and you don't have to go down and face cold stare. It's just such a nice time save to have.
Here we go. The Burna slashes, not as nice as the cape slashes, but as you can see, it's not that bad. Once you kill a few eyes, the lag kinda disappears.
Yeah, I think you definitely take lag over potential dying as well.
Oh, absolutely. And the sword here, once again, is going to be a nice time save from Dash's side. The same fight can be done from Wombat, but, a little bit slower with the Master Sword. It's going to take a few more swings.
And 100 rupees from Vitty means we still need a mirror. So I'm very interested to see what happens now. I think perhaps we might see some divergence with derdasch having already done the smith.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be surprised to maybe see a quick magic bat check.
It is a possibility.
Oh, that's right. derdasch hasn't done the front of escape.
Yeah. Oh, not even Uncle. I love it.
Not even. Uncle never has anything, though, does he?
Just like any reason Dash hasn't checked Uncle, it's my fault.
Your fault.
I was mentoring them for week 1 and week 2, so.
Oh, good. You've passed along all your bad habits now.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh no, this is. Yeah, that Master Sword just showing. It's the difference for me between Master Sword and Tempered is so huge.
Yeah, you could say it's as big as between the fighters and the Master Sword.
Oh yeah.
Right, so is it going to be Ice Palace for Wombat? What do you think?
So I have a personal rule of not dipping a pendant dungeon until I've cleared my overworld.
I see.
So I am interested to see what Wombat does choose to do, because they have already cleared the front of escape here.
We got the flute ready. Number 3. Danka Woods it is.
Oh, this is the magic bat check, I think. I'm sick.
You're actually right.
Yeah, well, I mean, Powder is kind of the last piece of progression that we did get, and along with Ether, the only other thing that we've really got out of Turtle Rock, so I don't think it's a bad idea to kind of follow this up immediately. Plus, without the mirror, the smith chain, and having to kind of fit it all in, it can be a bit awkward.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I completely forgot about the magic bat. Take care of your fetch quest first. Not a bad idea.
Come on, Bat, what have you got? 5 rupees. Well, the powder is a nice safety to have.
Oh, indeed. Absolutely. Especially for like that cheap decline in the midway, like after the gauntlet.
Oh,
The powder
definitely.
the anti-fairy there.
Yeah. Even after doing the gauntlet so many times, I've done it with powder, I've done it without powder. There's still a little piece of me whenever I do get powder, it just thinks, oh, I'm just gonna have such a nice time in GT now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there
Gonna
we
get
have it. Divergence.
Divergence. It's not a Dunkel Woods play.
Oh no.
We are getting the Ice Palace play from derdasch. Yeah, I think this is a mirrorless Smith chain from Wombat, or not? Oh yeah, no, he has to go down and get the Smith, of course, yes. Do you think Wombat will finish this? Do you think he'll take the purple chest as well?
I think so. Like, it's probably going to be Skull Woods into purple chest, is my thinking.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
that is a really interesting item. Not necessarily required. Like,
We
Behind the book,
could
of
have
course.
Mirror in Desert, but
yeah.
if that's the case, that's an ugly placement.
There it is. We're going to say Civic Week because we got 3 items on the 3 chests that we just did in Ice Palace. So it was like an even faster dip than you would expect.
It's so nice when you do that, though. I'm just going to dip, to Ice Palace, 3 checks immediately. Excellent. Now I'm out.
Alright, we got book. We're sticking to the rule. Clear your dungeons. No, Dash, don't go in. Okay, save.
I've done it myself.
yeah. Muscle memory.
But this does open up Pyramid Fairy after as well, so we could possibly see, obviously if we don't find Mirror in here, maybe Pyramid Fairy ledge up to Catfish check from derdasch here.
Oh yeah, for sure. That lines up so nicely. You dipped in Ice Palace, so you're definitely gonna like try to follow that book as much as you can.
Definitely, yeah.
It's like one of those things that if Sky Woods has something, we're probably not in a good spot race-wise. So try to follow your items.
Which camp are you in then regarding Skullwoods? Are you at Skullwoods as an overworld check, or I'm only going there if I can clear it?
Depends. I would say in this situation, I would say both runners did a good job not doing Skullwoods. Or like what I usually like to do. I think that they did the right choice.
Wombat picking up that Tempered as well. That would have been a little bit nice to have prior to Turtle Rock, but I think they did extremely well with the Master Sword, going in with the hammer strats.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not an easy fight to do. They did good indeed. Even Viri can be a little bit scary. Right, Skullwoods does not have our progression, does not have the mirror. Pyramid Fairy could. This is the complete Smith chain from Wombat. Taking a gamble here, saying that the mirror could be there, which is like by far the worst location that the mirror could be.
Absolutely. You get it so many times, it never ever feels good. But I think if Mirror is here, this could prove to be a huge advantage for Wombat, being able to go mode both Desert and Swamp.
But yeah, it's one of those last things that we'll see from Dash.
Just a heart piece.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Wombat, this chain didn't have anything.
I think I get an Agina check as well. Don't think either runner has checked Agina.
That is actually correct. I don't think we've seen Agino from either of them.
Oh my God, are we going to see Sphere 1 mirror? No. No.
That would be so funny.
Oh, I don't. I leave this check all the time as well. Toby. Oh, a shovel.
Always do your fetch quest, kids.
One more fetch. Oh no.
I love it.
I'm definitely less enthused about that shovel.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice ammo fight from derdasch.
Indeed. Was like a one cycle, I believe, right? Or two?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a nice fight to do in a one cycle. It's just... It can just get frustrating where, you know, if you miss one or even two and they just jump around all over the place, it can just get so frustrating.
We are in go mode. It was actually Sphere 1 checks.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Shovel leads to the mirror.
And there we go. We don't need the book. We don't need the Pyramid Fairy. We got go mode. Right here
So we were actually, we told the truth earlier. The book is in fact a lie.
The book is in fact a lie, yes. That is correct.
Yeah. Stated very well by Tones there. Yes, Sphere 1.
Are we gonna see that from Dash? Is Dash gonna take care of like fetch quests? And he is indeed. This race is actually really, really close.
And this has just become really close. I would perhaps give the slight edge to derdasch, having already done Desert.
Yeah, I believe you are correct with that. Even though, you know, Desert with a mirror, the big key was on the torch, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, yeah. Yeah, so that would be a suit, yeah. It's not an insurmountable lead by any way. This is still such a close race. And especially when you have GT routing can be the reason you lose a race. Can be the reason you win a race.
Yeah, for sure. And funny enough, like, imagine if we've had done like a Gina super early and had that mirror. You know, that mirror opens up like so many potential like things to chain.
Yeah.
You know, you could lose so much time if you have that mirror early. Well, I guess like you would save a lot with efficiency, to be fair.
You could, but then you would definitely have checked perhaps I forgot the name of it, Mimic Cave.
Yeah.
Definitely a slight an earlier desert dip as well. So for derdasch wouldn't have mattered too much having full cleared it, but for Wombat being able to go mode desert will be such a good time save.
Mm-hmm.
But you do.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The Smith chain would have been a bit faster, but K45 would have been included.
Yeah.
Mirror, I would say.
Nice things. Mirror, it would have been definitely good early.
Yeah. Nice efficiency. Perhaps a couple of extra checks, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do Pod Easton together.
Pod and Easton together. Oh, that was possible, yeah. Oh. Agina, how dare you? How dare you hide it from us?
Seeing a bomb diver down from Wombat here. Nice.
Very
first
nicely
try.
done. Yeah, I have spoken to Wombat about this one as well. They've elected to learn the bomber version rather than Samaria version for the simple reason you might not always have Samaria. But you can tell he's definitely put the practice into that. That was very clean.
For sure. It's definitely a trick that a lot of people just, you know, don't try to learn, I guess, with bombs because they're really comfortable with Somaria.
Yeah.
But it's kind of similar logic with like the Ice Palace bomb jump. Always nice to know it, you know, because you never know when it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I love having Samara for going into Ice Palace, but I'm comfortable enough with the bomb jump. I usually get it in the first few tries, but yeah, it's. I would argue this is kind of better to know both. Good to be comfortable enough with one.
Yep.
We are seeing the Samaria diver down.
Yeah, Team Somaria.
Oh, I'm team bombs. Absolutely team bombs here, but there we go. We get treated to each version of it, and both brilliantly done as well. Very smooth.
Yeah, let's see in chat. Hashtag Team Somaria, Team Bombs. Which one do you?
Come on, team bombs.
One more crystal for Wombat as Dash is approaching the Argus fight. I'm gonna get the 7th crystal. I don't even know if we. I guess like we can say, oh, guess the big key for GT.
Do we? I think do we wait? I think we wait until the 7th crystal has fallen.
Yeah, probably we say it like that.
Yeah. It's okay to be excited about the game, though. You can be excited if you want to. See, I won't blame you.
It's so good.
Oh, here we go. We've got Team Samaria, Team Bombs, Team Samaria. Oh, have we got 3? Oh, it's 3 and 3. Creasy, you can't sit on the fence. You've got to choose one or the other. There we go. 7th crystal for derdasch, and they will be heading up to GT. Runner's still on Greenmail as well.
Yeah. Even though I do have to say for GT specifically, basically everything upstairs does like 1 heart of damage no matter what mail you have.
Yeah.
You have Spike, you have Beamers. You know, I guess like the thieves do the amount of damage based on like what mail you have, but yeah.
It's kind of a peace of mind at this point, but I mean both have seemed really comfortable going through on Greenmail. But
yeah, they do have a safety potion for sure, if I'm not mistaken. One blue.
Yeah, both have at least a blue. I believe Wombat does have an extra red, but
yeah.
Yep, heading up to GT. I can see some numbers already. If you want to take a guess, between 1 and 22, the higher your number, the more awful person you are. That's how it works.
Wow.
Wow.
And yeah, we didn't see catfish. I'm really proud of these mentees.
Yeah. Blessed seed. A blessed seed when catfish is not even thought about.
So weird. We're looking at the Wizrobe here, killing the Gano's enemies. Usually is on their side.
It's a traitorous Wizrobe. He's seen the light.
Wow, the time is so good. Entering GT 117. That's what we get with like mirror go mode.
So yeah, it's such a what an amazing time to be getting in. So we go 1:16:54 entry for derdasch. But picking up some extra safeties just in case.
B. And there goes the B.
Goodbye, B. There we go, so checks 1 and 2, just a map and a small key.
Not only do we not see catfish, but we do not even see skullwoods.
We can't tell Donk about the seed then. This will hurt him too badly.
Yeah.
He might never recover from this.
Okay,
Oh, was a really nice room from derdasch there. Oh, blue mail. It's just nice. Just a nice peace of mind.
Oh no. This enemy just blocking us there.
He wanted a hug. He wanted a few hugs. derdasch is like, no, I'm racing right now. I've got no time for hugs.
Can you imagine if like you get hit by that enemy and you get pushed towards like the warp and you miss the one chest?
Oh no, I think I would just stop and cry for a good 5 minutes.
You're like, okay, I guess I'll do tire room last and then I'll get that.
Oh, I already in check 21. No.
And there it is. DM route wins.
Check number 7. Nobody guessed 7, so you all lose.
Really? Not a single 7? I'm surprised.
Not a single 7. Technically, is that check 8? Technically check 8 because, you know, we did look at the torch.
Oh yes, it's 8.
But nobody guessed 8 either, so you still all lose.
I'll give it to D because he has a 9. Closest. There we go. Congratulations, Judy. Definitely not rigged because your name starts with a 2.
I feel favoritism here. Is there some favoritism here from comms?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Wombat here's caught up with a little bit of time here by just doing hope left.
Yep. Definitely saving time. Unfortunately, no, though, not blue mail.
No blue mail.
Yeah. But at least it wasn't the silvers. I think silvers would have been a huge advantage.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do we see the chests on the climb here? Maybe in the hope that we do see silvers, or maybe even another sword.
Yes. I would say it's not a bad idea. Yeah. Definitely can do validation, like the very last chest, the Moldorm chest. I'm not gonna be surprised if they do all the other ones as well. They do have the powder as well, so they can take the pre-Moldorm chest.
Yeah. derdasch, you're wondering whether to... Yep, stuck on a safety. Unfortunately, this does affect the way that the lamb was operating this room.
So that pattern was actually kind of funny, because you could get a double hit.
If you shot straight down the middle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, you're not gonna try that, but it was kind of funny, I guess, the way they lined up.
Still very quickly dealt with, though. That half magic just makes the climb just that little bit nicer as well, that little bit easier. I think it's for me, definitely half magic, I would say, is the best quality of life item to get.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's like a lot of you can be really nervous and you can misuse your magic, especially like on Lamos, and then when you reach the torch room, you're gonna be like, oh no, I don't have magic.
Yeah, it's just, it's the worst place to just run out of magic, but yeah. derdasch is just doing every room with nerves of steel, right now.
Exactly. Not that far away from Wombat, already on ammo 2. We're gonna see what Dash is gonna decide here with regards the swords and silvers in the chest.
Definitely taking a quick check. Red mail, wow.
Oh, and a nice heart.
It's been very kind, isn't it? Very nice. You're a little bit nervous, so you go have some red mail, just not to worry.
Yeah, specifically for Wombat, if they decide to open that chest, will be amazing. There is like quite a big difference between green mail and blue mail for Ganon. You can like
derdasch
take a few more hits.
Yeah, derdasch taking an unfortunate bop off of Moldorm 2. Definitely not one of my favourites. I have several names for him that cannot be repeated right now.
Also, sad thing here for Wombat, we don't see any chests being opened. Therefore,
I'm hoping that means that Wombat is going to be pretty confident here. Oh, another Moldorm 2 fall for derdasch. This has given Wombat the opportunity to catch up. If Wombat can get a clean Moldorm 2 fight here, he'll take the lead.
There we go.
And he does.
Yeah. We have lead change.
Lead change at the last minute. This is still within the range of a Ganon fight here. There we go, derdasch gets the fight. And another.
And yeah.
2 hearts and red mail on the climb for derdasch, but thinking maybe Wombat is quite confident going into this Ganon fight. I mean, he does have that extra red, I think, that derdasch doesn't have, and he bought another blue, so I think he's walking in here with a red and 2 blues.
That is correct. However, since like this race is really close, using like those potions can add a little bit of extra time.
Definitely.
Dash can, gain a little bit of time with not using those and just tanking the hits.
God, there's seconds here. derdasch, I think, had a slightly quicker Aga 2 fight than Wombat and made up some of that time.
For sure. At 57 was when Ganon dropped. There's like a little bit of like desync with the timers. So I feel like the race is even closer. It's within 6 seconds.
Oh, goodness. I mean, I'm nervous watching them. I can't imagine how they're feeling right now. Especially being in Ganon at 125, you're perhaps got the race time roof open, you're looking, your opponent's not quite finished yet. Did you get the mirror quick enough? Did you get, ether quick enough? There's so many thoughts going through your head right now of, did I just get this item before them, or are they literally on my tail?
Okay, we're gonna get the same cycles.
Seeing that burner usage from both does lag out, but if it ensures that you do get like a 1 cycle for the second phase, it's again just definitely worth it.
It's kind of funny because I do believe they're dead even.
I think they are. There's because of the time difference here. I think we're looking at. Oh my god! The silvers. The silvers were in GT. Of course they were. Okay, so we are having to do silverless spins here. Oh, Wombat, that was a bit close for my liking. Gave me a fright. Oh, no, Wombat's missed the torch there. I do like the fact they are both going for triples here.
Indeed. Very nice attempts for sure. Das gets a triple. And is setting up for yet another one here.
Apparently, I'm not sure how many hits we're on, but I think we're going to see a potion refill from both.
Blue Ganon for Dash.
Oh. Time to be Blue Ganon.
Yeah, there is a refill. I believe Wombat needs one more hit. No?
Maybe 2? Maybe another one?
And Dash beats Ganon. Oh
Ganon
my god, this race.
Oh my goodness, what are we... Oh goodness me.
Get your GGs ready as Dash crosses the bridge. Wombat just about done with Ganon as well. What a race.
Oh my god, how close was that? How close was it at the end?
Official times of the runners: 1:27.59 for Dash and 1:28.21. A 20-second difference, 22-second difference.
Oh my goodness, how close was that? That is, oh my goodness.
Well played from both of these runners, getting like a 1:28 time in an open seed.
Yeah, sub 90 is just absolutely incredible, and especially in an open seed. Open can be so cruel, and maybe not checking again and not getting that shovel is, and then especially getting the book out of Ice Palace as well. You could just be led on a wild chase. So absolutely brilliantly played from both runners.
But yeah, definitely a little bit on the tricky side, with like having to do all 7 crystals with green mail. But luckily we had half magic, a burn alley, and a lot of hearts. We did get like a good early lamp as well, even though we did see some really nice dark rooms from both of the runners. So yeah, do you have anything else to add about this before we try to get both of them here for an interview if they want to join us?
Well, thank you for the small heart attack on Ganon. I don't think I've ever been just leaning forward in my chair. That was really, really intense at the end. But yeah, absolutely brilliant job from both runners, and a massive thank you as well to both their mentors for volunteering here to guide them through.
Exactly. CS Tutor 89, a really experienced runner, and Ralen, even more experienced. Like Ralen has been around community for a very long time. Brilliant runners, and this is like a great opportunity also to shout out NiobiumNarwhal for the restream. Thank you so much, and of course RoyaleWitCheese for the tracking. You do see all these nice items thanks to Royale. And of course Brave, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy your very first race doing commentary.
It was excellent. Thank you very much for joining me as well, settling my nerves and everything. But yeah, absolutely incredible, and what a fantastic first race to have come as well. So close, so tense the entire time.
Yeah, with a race this close on Ganon, it's so tough to do like some kind of commentary, because it's like, oh, you gotta take a look at what they're doing,
I know, it's just like, what do you say? I was holding my breath the entire time. It doesn't help, to hold your breath to try and commentate a Ganon fight when you're sitting like, no, oh my god, that's so close. It's, just what an amazing race, what an absolutely amazing race to have watched and been part of. Yeah, I hope both runners are feeling very proud of themselves right now. They both did absolutely fantastically.
For sure. And we have with us ARabidWombat. GG.
GG's.
Wombat.
So yeah, how are you feeling doing that Ganon fight there at the end?
It's still a bit shaky for me. I've been trying to practice doing Silverless. Obviously didn't feel great. I didn't feel in danger of dying. I just kept missing hits, and just it's something I know I need to work on.
Yeah, for sure. But you definitely did a really good job with GP time, with clearing like the dungeons. One of those like weird situations where you don't have like the mail upgrade, but you did definitely a really nice job.
Yeah, I mean, I felt pretty good about the race in general is kind of a jet seed. I was actually kind of happy about finding the tempered sword when I was searching for Go Mode Mirror. And then, aside from that, everything just kind of fell into place, it felt like. It must have been close the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was really close. There was a little bit of divergence going into the dark world, but like eventually your paths crossed. Basically, one started from Village of Outcast, one from Eastern and Palace of Darkness.
I've got to ask one, but how did you feel finding the lamp just before going into pod?
It was nice. I can do the dark room, but definitely not nearly as fast. And I also noticed like I was a little high when I tried to do the hammer yump, so I just kind of abandoned it.
Can you confirm that you do in fact love lamp?
Lamp is a fantastic item. I love lamp.
Good. I just needed to know. You did not. That was just absolutely excellently played by both. How did you feel when you got the shovel and got mirror from that shovel? A lovely sphere 1 check.
So I got the shovel, and we were still trying to discuss at that point, Tudor and I, of like, well, where do we go? Where is our Go Mode Mirror? And like we thought it's like, well, all right, do we dip Skull Woods? Do like the front of Skull Woods? Did we leave it behind in Tower of Hera? And I was just like, you know what? It's been this long. Let me just do the shovel. And of course, there it was.
Oh yeah, that was brilliantly done.
But Dash and Ralen. GG Dash.
Welcome, GG's Dash.
Yeah, GG's Dash. Good race.
Ooh. Yeah, close race.
How are the nerves holding up?
Yeah, it was. Did you talk about the seat already?
Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, we're just. I was actually just asking Wombat about the shovel leading to mirror. So a nice sphere 1 check leading to your Go Mode. How did that make you feel finding that?
Yeah, once said first, oh, shovel. We don't want to find it there probably because the others could have done it. Yeah, basically in minute 10 or so. Yeah, but it seems like we both did the same.
Wombat was a little bit quicker there, but hadn't done. Mm-hmm. So you'd obviously dipped Ice Palace and found the book and already done Desert at that point. Mm-hmm. Whereas when Wombat found the mirror, still had the Desert to go, but could get in just a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, did you find book somewhere?
Yeah, book was nice.
Oh, I never went into ice.
Yeah, but ice was pretty good because the 3 items were pretty fast, so it was not such a long time consumption.
Yeah, 3 items in the first 3 checks. It's a very, very nice Ice Palace to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. How were you both feeling climbing GT then? Did you feel ahead or did you feel behind, a bit nervous?
I honestly felt fine. I didn't feel like I wasted too much time trying to find any extra items, or aside from searching around for the mirror. But I found the tempered sword in the search for the mirror, so I didn't feel too bad about it. I think this has been one of my best times for doing a race, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, it's probably the best time for me too in normal open. So yeah, was pretty. First, I was nervous the whole climb, but it was okay. It was good to find the 2 mail upgrades. So it was easier. Yeah.
I found none.
Yeah, blue mail and red mail on the climb, Wombat.
Yeah. Where it goes in the. Oh no, the red mail was in the climb, bro. Oh.
Yeah, blue mail was on compass room in GT, and one of the Helma room chests had the other armor upgrade.
Yeah, I didn't stop to check. I just went.
Yeah, I hope for silvers. But the mail is also good.
Yeah, I think you did. Did you do Hope Left Wombat going into GT?
No, I decided to do full Dark Magician, and then I I was like, all right, I'm here. I'm just gonna check the rest of these chests and climb, because I found the big key and the other small keys I needed in the room.
That definitely gave you an opportunity to catch up there, but Dash did get the blue mail there.
Did you say he had the gold sword?
No.
No gold sword, no.
Yeah, that one is somewhere out there, probably in swamp, I would assume. Even though, from what I saw, like you guys checked a lot of stuff in swamp. But yeah, this must be like one of your fastest times, right, guys?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, definitely a really good one. When you get like flute boots early, so many like nice things for sure. And like right after the mountain, there were so many items that you guys got from the mountain.
Yeah, the whole seed was a lot of crystal clearing, so we had so much crystals ahead of us. And yeah, just one or two items beneath the rail, so we had to search for.
Did you like that lamp dash right after you cleared both Eastern and Pod?
Yeah, it was okay. If I didn't had a sword before and I had to do the dark rooms without the sword, it would be painful. Or no firewatch for the way to hammer.
It was actually something we talked about a bit. I was specifically asking if he was fine doing Pod with fire rod only without the lamp, and it would have been a case of if he said no, then I would have mentioned probably do Eastern first, do Zaha, it's more checks. There's a chance that there's a lamp on in there, something that helps you. And
yeah, definitely.
He said he said he would do it. He did it. Worked out well enough in the end.
Indeed, big gaming moment for sure. But yeah, with that, you guys are done with week 4. How do you guys feel so far about the experience of the mentor tournament?
Yeah, I'm pretty yeah, fine. It's I learned so much already, and I think 5 weeks ago I would have needed maybe 15 minutes more of Percy. So it's yeah, learned a lot already. The races are fun. I'm 3-1, what I would have never thought before entering the tournament. So yeah.
The mentor tournament has been pretty good for learning for me so far. It's been a blast. Just learning new tips and tricks. Still trying to nail a few things down. Trying not to forget things in the middle of doing them. I think Tutor caught me a couple times. I almost didn't grab the item off the NPC in like Mini Moldrum Cave, and there's probably like 1 or 2 other like stupid things like that I almost did. But it's been great. Like I feel like I'm making a lot of progress.
Yeah, definitely nice to hear positive experience that you guys have with the mentor tournament. But yeah, this is probably gonna conclude our restream. As you guys can see from the screen, we have still some upcoming races. I would like to thank, of course, our runners for putting up such a great show, and our mentors, CS Tutor for ARabidWombat and Ralen for derdasch. And of course our Restreamer Narwhal, amazing job. And RoyaleWitCheese for the tracking. And lastly, Brave, thank you for joining me in commentary.
For joining me. Yeah, a big shout as well to Global Podcast for having the restream on their channel as well. Thank you very much. And I just like to say thank you to the runners as well for putting on such a fantastic show. Sub 98 is incredible, so you should both be very proud.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you do !podcast on chat to see news about like the Go Mode podcast when the next episode is going to go up, and of course join the Discord, !Discord, for all sorts of things regarding mentor tournament and non-mentor tournament, of course. But yeah, with that in mind, any final thoughts, guys?
Oh, just gotta practice Ganon fight a bit more.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for the restream, for putting me through this somehow. Yeah. Thanks so
Of
much.
course, yeah. Thank you to all the restreamers and the commentators for this one. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
With that in mind, I hope everyone's going to have a lovely day. Take care, everyone. See ya.